Good morning, gentlemen. We are now arriving at the top of round four. So we're going to do the standard issue troop total video. Hopefully we're as close as possible to accurate. The following forces are American: 3 strategic bombers in central United States, along with a tank, 3, 4, 5, 6 men, 1 artillery piece, 3 mechanized, and 2 AA guns. Nothing in eastern United States. In 101, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 transports, 1 fully loaded carrier with 2 fighters, 1 battleship. Oh, and another transport as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total transports. Let's move to London. He has 9, 10 infantry, 2 fighters, 1 tactical bomber, 5 AA guns, 1 mechanized, 1 artillery, and 1 tank. In C-Zone 110, he has 3 transports, 1 cruiser, 2 destroyers. There's a Russian sub in 125, and he has 1 destroyer in 92. Let's go to Normandy. The following are Italian: 2 tanks, 2 artillery, 2 AA pieces, and 3 infantry. He also has an Italian artillery in Paris, as well as a German AA piece and a German infantry. There is currently a British infantry in Holland. In southern France, there's 2 Italian infantry and 1 Italian artillery. Italy has 4 men in northern Italy. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men in Rome, along with 2 AA pieces and 2 fighters. Malta has a AA gun and an infantry. Tunisia has 2 Italian infantry. Algeria has 3 French infantry. Tobruk still has 2 men, 1 mech, 1 tank, 2 artillery. Alexandria has an Anzac infantry. Egypt has 2 artillery pieces for Britain, 3 infantry, 2 tanks, 1 fighter, and 1 French fighter. In C-Zone 81, there is a cruiser, a battleship, and a transport. Ethiopia has an Anzac infantry. Kenya has a British infantry. Belgian Congo has a French infantryman. That's it for Africa. Jordan has 1 Frenchman. Persia has 1 Brit. Moving back to Western Europe, there is 1 German infantry in Denmark. In Western Germany, he has 1 fighter, 1 tank, 3 artillery pieces, 2 AA pieces, 3, 4, 5 infantry. Ben has 3, 4, 5 infantry in Poland. In Romania, 3 tactical bombers, 1 fighter, 1 infantry, 2 tanks, 1 artillery piece, and a major industrial complex. He has 3, 4, 5 tanks in eastern Poland, nothing in Baltics. There is still a transport in 115. In Finland, he has 1 fighter, 1 tank, 2 strats. Karelia, 4 infantry. Leningrad, he has 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry, 1 AA piece, 3 artillery, 1 tank. Archangel, Russian, 1 infantry. Belarus, Russian, 3 infantry. Smolensk, 4 infantry, 2 AA, 2 artillery. Western Ukraine, 1 tank. Bessarabia, 3 men, 2 artillery pieces. Ukraine has 1 British strategic bomber, 1 Russian tactical bomber, 1, 2, 3 Russian fighters, 1, 2 AA pieces, 1 artillery, 2 tanks, 2 men. Bryansk, 1 tank, 1 artillery, 1 infantry. Moscow, 2 tanks, 1 mechanized, 1 artillery, and 4 men. Nothing going on over there. Tunguska, 4 men. 6 men. Yenisei, 11 men, 2 artillery pieces. Yakut, 1 infantry for Russia. That's the entirety of them. China, Kangsu, 2 men, 1 plane. Sensi, I believe it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 8 Chinese in Sensi. 1 artillery piece and 1 infantry for Japan in Hopei. 6 men in Jahal. I'll get to the naval forces later. Let's go back down to this mess. We have in Yunnan 2 tanks, 3, 4, 5 artillery pieces, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 infantry. Add to that another tank, which is just north. So that's 3 tanks total and 1 mech. In addition to that, there are 4 fighters, 4 tactical bombers, 2 strategic bombers. In Burma, there's 1 British infantry. Shan State has 1 Anzac infantry. Siam has 2 Japanese infantry. There's a British destroyer in 38. In Malaya, there are now 5 British infantry. Sumatra has 2 British infantry. Let's go to Calcutta. We have 1 mechanized, 3 AA guns, 2 fighters, 1 tactical bomber, 3, 4, 5, 6 artillery pieces, and 3 Anzac fighters. And now Java, 1 man, Celebes, 2 British, and 1 transport in 44. Japan in Kwangsi has 2 tanks, 1 artillery piece, 5 men. In C-Zone 36, they have 2 fully loaded carriers, each with a fighter and a tactical bomber. They have 2 destroyers, 1 cruiser, 1 battleship, 1 sub, 4 transports. Kwangtung has 1 British infantry. Kangxi has 1 British infantry. Jahal, as we said, has 6 infantry, and in the C-Zone 19, there's a fully loaded carrier with a fighter and attack, 1 battleship, 4 transports. C-Zone 6, 1 transport, 1 full carrier with 2 fighters, 1 cruiser, 1 destroyer, 1 sub. There is a destroyer in 16 for Japan as well. On the mainland of Japan, there is 1 artillery piece, 2 infantry, 3 AA guns, 2 fighters, and 1 tactical bomber. America has 2 men in Philippines. Celebes is already done. Dutch New Guinea, self-explanatory. Palau Islands, self-explanatory. Same for Caroline Islands. Moving down to C-Zone 54, we have 1 cruiser, 2 destroyers, 1 sub, and a transport for Anzac. In addition to that, there's a full American carrier with 2 fighters, a destroyer, a battleship, and 2 transports that still have 3 men and 1 artillery piece on board. They have not been offloaded, but it's of no consequence. Anyway, South Wales has 1 infantry, 1 strategic bomber, and 62 has a newly placed destroyer. There's still 1 man in New Zealand. Moving up, we have a fighter in Wake Island for the U.S. In 26, we have 2 cruisers, a carrier with a tactical and a fighter, 1 man and 1 mechanized on the mainland. In 24, there's a sub. In 15, there's a sub. In 25, there's a destroyer. In 8, there's a destroyer. In 10, there are 2 subs and 1 destroyer. San Francisco has 2 artillery pieces. In C-Zone 11, there are 2 men aboard a transport accompanied by a cruiser. I believe that's the whole map, gentlemen. As always, bring any discrepancies to my attention and we will address them immediately.